We're gonna talk about why and how and what my experiences are multitasking, and in addition to that, we're gonna talk. we're gonna talk about if I'm confident. Okay, so multitasking. As you all may have seen to notice at this point, I do run an unofficial nonprofit organization, and that one, my wiry one, being that, then yeah, I do run one. So it's like I established it like in the middle of October of this year, and what I ended up doing was switching a couple times from what its intentions were. At least one time, the major one being in the second blog post of that site, which is the only pages available right now because I had to disable the ones based on the past approach. But now it's easy to tailor to that because it was not a lot established right away, but it was still a lot established, even what I mean. But it was still easy to change. So, but it was like a but the thing with my wiry was it wasn't just to prove I could multitask. It was to see if I could give one other thing in my life a chance, even if it wasn't going to succeed. And that was the idea behind how I make some of these manifestations in my life work, whether I believe in astrology or not, which was to actually give things a chance. Because my big motto in life, with or without the spiritual stuff, is to give everything a chance as many times as possible. And more so than the Pandora's box will imply. So it's like, and that doesn't even explain a lot in itself. So maybe I screwed myself on the floor with that one, but who knows? But it just with multitasking, I did things like mighty wiry, and with and by the way, that being ambitious and a slow paced cultivation as it says on the website kind of thing, because ambition and slow paced cultivation aren't the same thing. But I listed on the website because I know what I mean by that. It's that you're ambitious, but you're also slow paced cultivated. Slow paced cultivated doesn't have to mean simple life, but ambition does also have to mean high stakes living in life. So with my wiry, with claymate. Ooh, did you guys see the last video? Oh my gosh, I finally scolded the pale hatchet, man. Project Tether. But yeah, with claymation, with my wiry nonprofit organization association kind of thing, if it was gonna be everything tax exempt. But with anything else going on in my life, with the also I'm on YouTube particularly. I do vlogging. I do the deep documentaries. Did you guys um I can't show the webcam on itself, but did you guys see that effect I did with the while my Fillmore and Discord are broken? And I, by the way, with Discord and Fillmore, I will get back to those if I need to. But just here I go mentioning as many things as possible in the same video, as a full swoop thing, full stop thing. With the deep documentaries episode 6, with vlog number 6, and vlog number 6 wasn't even necessarily a vlog; it was just an evolutionary change between deep docs and vlogging. Which I was gonna make vlog 5, deep doc number 5 the same thing, for like a claymation special claymation deep doc vlog chapter. But and then we have the piano OSTs. I do combine with claymation, and I do combine with philosophy sometimes, and I do combine with other things. It's like I'll get back to Xerxes server in a second. By the way, I am the Bassflow server, so anyone who knows me there, yeah, you if you're following me on both this channel and on the Discord server, then not my servers, not the ones I run anyways, but the Xerxes Ziku's arena. So yeah, on my alt private Discord, my Discord alt instead of the main alt channel, which has a majority of my Discord servers on it, but I can't log into it easily because long story short, my computer kept crashing on Discord, hard crashing on Discord and some more, and my phone wouldn't never keep both the tabs saved. Even for the whole point of two-factor authentication is making it easier to log into your shit. So why can't I only keep one Discord profile at a time if you're gonna offer a feature for different alternate channels on your desktop but not on your phone? It's like when you have more features on the phone in some ways. Anyways, enough of that. But as I multitask with these things, as my 2021 year from last year was to my goal, not necessarily New Year's resolution, maybe it was, but as my goal in 2021 nonetheless was to multitask, be comedic, and to be feminine side. And this year it was to consider nofap and just seem intention, and then do other things with the sprinting for Olympic Games, and for maybe the double bass or the concentration, or concentration over double bass instead of piano OST. As you can see, multitasking is multi-threaded and even is multi-threaded and even things that have nothing to do with multitasking. It's like it's a non-inhibitable thing I do even if it's not a goal, because it's still gonna be there for like all things I believe in. Giving things a chance. Ooh, that's full swoop. Giving things a chance even if they don't deserve one. Keeping doors open. Multitasking is not relevant to that, but it's also I kept making posts and videos about community tab posts and videos about things I don't think are the same and they still make me a good person, that doesn't be a excuse for long. But it's so beautiful. Oh, so bliss. But it's like, power girl person. No, you didn't hear that. It's see, that's how specific I'm gonna be. And that even makes sense anyways to myself in the future. I multitask, and it's not like focus will never help because clearly I'm still kind of scatterbrained as I say these things in the middle of this video, but it's like I just made a video about this too, so a 5-minute video about the fact. But when I multitask, I don't feel like I don't get to focus. I feel like it's a liberation to be creative in my own way, even if people think that's the opposite of creativity. I feel like when I multitask, I get to spread myself out thin. Yes, spreading out myself out thin can be a con and weakness if it was even conscious or stream of consciousness. The weird thing being that stream of consciousness was one of the most beautiful, creative ways people have described my not stop talking and non-stop talking and cryptic languages and speaking, modes of speaking. When they describe my speech being stream of consciousness, they are unironically explaining why talking less and talking clearly makes sense. Clear and concise at that point. And I hate when they're that right, because when they use that as an example, it's like, damn, that's beautiful, but my creativity is still complicated, so why should I conform to that that much? I want my creativity to still be that more complicated, unironically, but I don't want it to be the thing that people think is like my excuse to be a bad person. And it's like, so being clear and concise was still a hard lesson, but it was like, fuck, even the people I love and feel deeply for are still telling me to be clear and concise. So it's like, let alone other people are critics as well. I can label them. What does my communication have to do with multitasking, you may ask? It was one of the hardest lessons I had to learn in the middle of this year, if not later on. Not just the risks I took to make my life better, and people saw I was still being a criminal, but the things that were still having to change, even if they were still fucking hard, and they were still fucked up. So, you may notice, like, last summer, I made a few oopsies. I ran away from work. I got criticized by my friends by clear and concise on YouTubers. I even had a moment where I fell hard for Savannah Brown. Oh, wait, I'm still doing it right now. Oops. Still crushing on that girl. But yeah, that was all through summer. And then September, I took a break, played Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD on my brother's Switch, and then I just went from there to just take a longest break from September to August. No, September to October. And then I reunited with my friend's brother. And actually, I reunited with them as well in recent to just watch them play a sci-fi game. See, this is all coming full circle. I'm not even telling you private things yet. I'm not even telling you doxable things yet. And I'm still making, like, the vlog number 5, not 6. 6 was about duration fetish, which is my other thing with communication, clear and concise. But, like, with vlog 5, it was about the private things, as a private lifestyle things as a hobby or passion. And private or public or personal or open. Extroverted, yeah, that's another thing I get to. We'll get to that for confidence in a second. But like, I multitask. I'm not ashamed of it. Actually, we're already there. Okay, good. After multitasking, we got confidence, and I didn't explain much about multitasking, so I automatically talked likely less than 0 things about multitasking as multiple examples. Oops. But how about my confidence? Am I an extrovert? Does extroversion have to be my example of confidence? Does my lack of believing that I'm an introvert, even if I very well could be one, make me less confident? Now, I always associate social compatibility and social awareness being my own guise for confidence, but it doesn't have to be the only way to do it. Even if no life other than yourself existed in the entire world, which is I did by solipsism, even if I was literally the only life in the world, if I was literally isolated alone, I wouldn't even know I was isolated, so I wouldn't know how to be lacking confidence. But I could still lack confidence in a different way. So that's a different test subject. Not for another video, but like for another kind of way to see it. Or the other way around. Maybe not for another way to see it, but for another video. I want to give that a chance to opportunity, Pandora's box. Does anyone know what I'm saying right now? I am so sorry. But it's like, we're talking too fast. So stop posture. No script, no quality thumbnail on this video, apparently. That I already know about before finishing the filming. Am I confident? Yes. That's not even without blinking or having a heartbeat. I am confident. I think people throw way too much shade on the fact that I could lack confidence because of how I behave, and people don't even go that far. They go farther. They say you're definitely lacking confidence. You're not even doing the things you said you would do. You're big and bold. I keep considering that life is like an RPG, because by the time you get to have a turn to do something, you get to do the thing that you think would make the situation better. if even overthinking that. But then people are like, no, there's an easy way to do this. Dude, this is the only time I get to be around you. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? I'm not pointing the finger at you, but I'm always improving myself, mind you. But it's like, I'll be the kind of person who is the change that they want to see, and then other people are like, but those aren't the changes you really want, are they? And it's like, they'll give the example of current concise. I'll be like, no, that wasn't the change I was making at the point in time that I was proving myself to be a better person. Redundant, but my idea with being a better person wasn't necessarily being current concise. It was to be a better person that was creative and confident and didn't believe in results, even though results are still crucially important. But, and then their idea was, be the change you wish to see in the world, but be current concise as well. No, fuck you. It's but it was, I am confident. I personally want to see myself as an extrovert socially, as a forced connection, a forced example, forced irrelevancy, not. I digress not. And some of you OGs who have seen these videos before, you know why I mean by that. I hope you do. Even the first few times I said it, you don't know what I mean, but scratch my balls there. There goes my monetization without even cursing. Now the new OGs of since this video into the future will be like, oh, I remember that time when he scratched his B's and didn't even curse. And on to the next, thing about this second topic, but like, confidence, and that is an example of confidence, by the way, the irrelevancy, not, I digress, no, we're not going there again, but you see what I mean, though, right? Like, it's like, I'm not going digressing from that irrelevancy, so, the thing with pretending, yes, quotations, to be an extrovert and still be an introvert on the inside, it was very strange. It was like, I didn't know I was lying to myself about my social habits. I didn't know I was lying to myself about my confidence. I didn't even know I was lying to myself about the things I really wanted. But that's a hard buckle to get into about the things I want, because even since vlog number 1, which I keep mentioning over and over, at least twice already, there's one of the other videos I made recently, that in vlog number 1 I mentioned that wants shouldn't have to all be struggles, in a nutshell. Full stop. Let alone. And it was beautiful, because I know what I mean by that when I say things like that. But I just, on to another point, is that, without explaining that too much with the examples, which that was an example, but am I lying to myself about wanting to be ambitious? Because if I really want to spill life, I don't know that, then how the hell is my shadow self going to be incorporated any differently? I mean putting too much shadow working, that was like that was the we need to talk salt or vinaigrette one thing video I made about, am I lying to myself about my passions and happinesses and peace of joy not being a priority when I still need to work on those things, at least at some point in my life, if I'm not already, which I hopefully thought I was working on for a few weeks and not months lately, trying to be happy and positive. And sometimes I don't even concede my joy and peace with my ambition and my confidence, but there you go, full stop again. But it's if you want to see this video as being scatterbrain, go ahead, but without even scripting this video, but did anyone hear that? Do I multitask? Yes. Am I confident? Yes. Am I someone who needs to spread themselves thin to prove that they are actually someone that believes themselves? Not necessarily. But if I do focus on something, and I still feel, and this is one of the funniest things I explained about materialism being a good thing. I made this video before with a claymation thumbnail, where the reason I was a pro-materialist, and you should be too, was because materialism and quantity bring color. Quality is its own color and manifestation of good things, but people concede quality over quantity for too many different reasons, especially against creativity. When I just find Photoshop and Premiere Pro not being creativity, and that was a reason I said shit like that. Yeah, but I am a confident person who multitasks. There be it. I'm gonna try to push for another 50 seconds if I have a chance to, but anyone looking for my other videos, my playlist, eclectic music mix for Starseeds, and Core Life Blessing 1997 to 2022. Those are some playlists that might be deleted on end cards, which might be funny if there's an end card for those and they're deleted playlists that are broken, so you don't even see what's in there anymore, or you don't even see the link. I don't even know about anything to anyone for the moment being. I'm not a popular creator, quote unquote. That's gonna be subjective. Why did I even publicly delete that video? Objective or subjective? That was so amazing. I was gonna watch that completely from Result channel, private. Anime creator, by the way, not DigiKnee or DigiBro, or was happening to Trixie in the meantime, but more anime later on, anime manga later on. Yeah.